Welcome everyone, to all followers of Strategy Joe. This presentation is made exclusive to the members of Old School Sales Ninjas. And Mr. Ben Gay, I hope you're out there listening, and I know you'll have your thoughts afterwards. So I am really proud to introduce Frank Ammons. We're going to talk about, like the title says, the biggest remote sales opportunity on the planet. As most of you guys know, what I do with my days is I examine deals, I examine offers. Jesus, everyone knows my thoughts. 95% of them just, they don't work out. Something's wrong. And I was so happy to meet Frank. Not only has he invented a better mousetrap, it's one of the best mousetraps I've ever seen. So I want to welcome you, Frank, and start out by maybe asking you a few questions so your audience can get to know you. Um, you know, uh, Tell us a little bit what your background's like and what led you to creating this superior business model that we're going to review tonight.
Well, first of all, thank you, Strategy Joe, for partnering up with us and letting me come on and share this with you guys and your audience. It's like one of those things. If you got the cure for cancer, you want everybody to get it, get a hold of it, and I believe this is something that can really revolutionize people's lives and create opportunity like never before. Certainly, it's something that I'm got a deep conviction for that I think can radically change a lot of people's lives for the better. And I love to share it. So thank you for letting me do that tonight. My background comes into the to the fold of I don't know anything else except for entrepreneurship. I don't know anything else. I'm not employable, right? I mean, any job I've ever had, I couldn't keep because I wanted to do something different. I was the rebel, the black sheep, and just I just saw things in a different way. So I don't know where I got it from because my dad did a little bit of his own business, but not much. But really, I've always had that desire to create my own path and create opportunity, make my own money, and help as many people as possible. And so that's my background. I've had the great privilege of scaling several opportunities, creating businesses from scratch, creating a sales team, and utilizing and leveraging technology. I got a great eye for marketing and the strategy it takes to get in front of people, appeal to people. So, got the big man upstairs have gifted me with some talents and experiences that have helped, bring me to a place where, here I am in a wild time in history, but I think a great prosperous time as well. And I want to take full advantage of it. So that's my background. I've had some opportunities to scale businesses in big ways, multi figures, seven figures, eight figures. And I don't say that to flex, but I will say that there's been a lot of lessons learned, failures, etc. Working with people of all different shapes and sizes, characters, backgrounds, and learned a lot along the way. And so I'm excited about this opportunity because it brings some of those things into play. It seems like when you live long enough, as you might know, Strategy Joe, things do come in what we call full circle, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, as far as I'm concerned, I'm 300 business pounds. So if I tie my shoes and don't pass out, it's a good goddamn day. So today's another one of those days, and I'm excited to share with you guys what all we are working on together.
And Frank, thank you for that. And I don't want to steal your thunder because it's probably part of your presentation. But for all my followers out there that are jumping from deal to deal, there's a lot of coaching offers out there selling air. There's tons of water filters, for instance, drinking water. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of competition. What drove you to the business of AI? Why AI?
Well, you kind of letting the cat out of the bag a little bit, but since we're already opening it up, I think the main thing is I love working with businesses and business owners and helping them strategize to grow their business. And we'll talk about this here in a second, but AI has some advantages, an edge that you can use to help businesses do exactly that, right? And
Hmm.
I'll talk about that in the presentation. But the other thing is I created an opportunity. I created a business earlier this year and utilized some of these tools and used them in a way where I saw the benefits, the results, the advantages, and it really helped me do three things. It helped me save time, save money, and make money. And when you're able to implement these opportunities, these solutions and tools in the way that AI can do, and it can do those three things, it's a huge opportunity. And here we are able to offer that to businesses of all shapes and sizes. And that's why I'm excited, because it's something we can get our hands on and we can go but wow crazy and offer it to a lot of people. And people are willing to pay for it. I'm going to go over that in the slides that I have for you guys.
Fantastic. Well, I don't want to steal your thunder and make this all about questions. So go ahead and take the floor. I know we're all excited to hear what's going on with this great opportunity.
Yeah, let me share my screen if I can, if it'll let me. You know how it is. Share my screen. Let's see. Share it. Where we at? There it is. Okay. So I got. Hopefully, you guys can see this here. Biggest sales opportunity. If you can, let me know in the chat that you can see it where it says biggest sales opportunity in 2026. Now, I must admit or confess something right up front so that you guys know. If you can see this, let us know in the chat that you see this slide presentation. There's nothing sexy about this presentation. It's going to be all black lettering with white background, plain Jane. And I got to tell you something. We're going to be talking about AI tonight, but I did not use AI for this slide presentation. You'll be able to tell because of the misspellings that I'm probably going to have in here. And the more misspellings that you guys find and post in the comments, the more little rewards I'm going to give you. Okay. So I'm going to give you guys a little Easter egg way to find some things. Make sure you're paying attention. So if you're doing that, let us know in the chat right now that you're here, where you're chiming in from, and if you're excited. Right? Somebody put BAM in the chat. BAM, BAM. Come on now, let's hear you. Right? Emerald, used to do that. BAM. You used to put a little ingredient, and then he would say BAM. Right? So biggest sales opportunity right now. That's what we got going on. I'm going to check with us and see if we got anything going on that front. Let's see what we got here. Let's see where we at. I'm trying to see where our page is and check in to make sure we got it. We got it streaming live here. Let's see.
Quick tech check.
You know what? We're gonna have to. I'm glad I checked because we're gonna have to share it. It's not streaming live yet. So hold on one second, guys. That's why we only have just a few. Give me 1 second. We are live with Facebook. I just got to find it. This is a good reason why we got to check, because sometimes these things change on us. Facebook loves to change stuff. They want to keep everybody.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
Yeah, I was going to point that out. I went to the page and I wasn't seeing anything here.
There's
somebody's seeing
button.
us though.
Yeah, well, that's because we're on a page here. But let me do this. I'm going to put it in a couple pages. Maybe somebody else will let us run with it. Run with it. Let's go with a couple pages here. I don't want to disturb the piece, but we'll do that. A couple pages here, guys. Small business owners, how about that? Let's see what else we got. 813 networking. Where else we got? No, that's not a good one. That was a good one. There's a good one. All right, we're gonna share. Join the movement. That's what we're gonna put in here. Join the movement. Let's see what we got. All right, so now that we're going to have this in here, we're going to probably have some people jumping on here just in a moment because it's now posted to those pages. And I just want to make sure we're getting everybody on here.
Did you hit up Old School Sales Ninjas?
Yeah, that was the first page I wanted to share it to.
Yeah,
let's see. We might have to. Let's see what we're doing here. They changed it on us, Joe. They changed.
Oh man.
Yeah, they made it more difficult to go live in the groups.
Well, you know what? Let's just run with it, right? Because this is being recorded, right? So
what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this with you on your page. It's being recorded, so everybody can just anticipate the greatness that's about to happen. A couple more minutes ain't gonna hurt nobody. Hold on
exactly.
I'm gonna put this on your. Okay, hold on. Let's go with a page here. Oh, I'm gonna copy link and I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it a post in there.
Which page? Strategy Joe? Or?
Yep. We're gonna go into. We're going into the Old School Ninjas.
Okay.
We're going to post it in all the pages here so everybody can get it. All right. And then, Joe, I'm going to send it to you on your messenger, too, if you want to share the link on your page.
Yep.
That way we can get a couple more people. So appreciate you guys being patient with us. We're just wanting to make sure it gets as much coverage as possible so that people know about what's going on. And that way they can grasp the opportunity that we're talking about here. So yeah, shared it a couple pages here. We're going to have a few people coming in. The biggest sales opportunity, guys, we're going to have a hard stop here in just a few minutes. So this is not going to take long. This is just an opportunity for you guys to look into it, investigate it, see if it's something that resonates with you, gets you interested, gets you excited, or maybe it's something you don't want nothing to do with and you just move on. Either way, we want to make sure you have enough information to make a decision. And that's what we're talking about tonight. Biggest sales opportunity in 2026. If you have dreams, plans, visions, actions, goals, targets, commitments that you're trying to hit for 2026, you might want to look into this. If you're looking to make more money, you might want to look into this. If you're looking to expand your territory, you're looking to get better opportunities, maybe jump ship, maybe shift into a different lane, maybe make a pivot, maybe transform your life. This opportunity I'm going to share with you tonight is going to have those makings. It's going to have those opportunities, right? I'm telling you right now, this is not something I'm investing my time in just to say I'm investing it and see how many people or how many things stick. This is something that's already working and it's already making money. And now it's about scaling it with a team and people that are looking into this and seeing it for what it is. It's a great big opportunity, bigger than what me and Strategy Joe can imagine, probably bigger than anyone who's watching this video can imagine. That's how big it is. It's bigger than anything we can even put our words to. So I'm going to do my best to articulate the opportunity and get you guys to a point where you can make a decision whether you want to take the next steps. There's going to be no selling on this. All right. I'm not going to sell you nothing. All I'm going to do is share with you the opportunity. And then there's going to be a training opportunity where you can sign up for the training, which is absolutely free. So there's no selling, there's no pricing, there's no cost. I'm just sharing information and an opportunity with you. My name is Frank. I've scaled several businesses, especially on the sales side, home services, remote services, sales, coaching programs, helping people out, done a lot of stuff. So what I would like to do is share with you guys the biggest sales opportunity in 2026. If you're looking to make more money, put a $sign in the chat right now. If you're looking to make more money in 2026, put a $sign in the chat right now. If you're looking for a bigger opportunity, a different opportunity, put BAM in the chat, right? BAM, BAM. I'll tell you what BAM means just in a minute, but right now let's go into the chat. Make sure you guys are watching this and paying attention. Let me go into my first slide. I'm going to go over a couple of what ifs, okay? What ifs, they're non-committal. They're just what ifs, right? They're 50-50. They could be, they couldn't be, they might be, they should be. I don't know. At the end of the day, I'm going to go over a couple what ifs. Is that okay, Strategy Joe, to go over a couple what ifs? I don't want no one to feel too pressured here. Okay.
No, you got the floor. I got a hungry audience. So yeah.
So what ifs? That's what we got here. That's all we're talking about, guys. Don't get too unsettled. Don't get the toilet paper twisted. Just look at what what I'm talking about, and I'm just going to go over a couple what ifs. These are just what ifs that you can just imagine the possible potential that you can have in your life. So let's get into the first one. Now, I told you, if you didn't already hear, we're talking about AI, but I didn't use AI for this slide, so forgive me, shoot me, tell me how many misspellings I have. I probably got a bunch of them. I already see one already. What if you could offer a product or a solution that is guaranteed to work? Everybody would love that, right? What if you could offer a product or a solution that's guaranteed to work? What if? I just want you to put that in your mind for a minute. Let it sink in, right? Let it sink in. You know how when you get a steak, it's nice and hot, you put some butter on top of it and it starts to sink in and it becomes something even more anticipated that's going to be amazing tasting, right? I don't know about you, but I love to have a little bit of a hot steak and a little butter on top and make it just melt in there and get seeping into the steak. I know I'm talking about food, so somebody's getting hungry. That's what you should be. You should be hungry right now. You should be hungry. So what if you could offer a product or a solution that's guaranteed to work? Wouldn't you guys love that opportunity? That's guaranteed to work. Okay, here's another what if. What if the demand is increasing rapidly and over the last 3 years has increased over 200%? The demand. Okay, now how many people have been offered to sell something, and maybe you guys have been these people out there who offer or sell things that nobody wants, that you got to go create demand on top of sell it as well. How many people have offered something that you realize real quick, ain't nobody want this? Yep. Anybody put something in the chat? Me, I'm not gonna embarrass you or call you out. I'm just gonna, hey, I've done it. I'm sure Strategy Joe's done it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Who's offered something that nobody wants? You realize real quick they ain't no demand for it. Okay? Like, for example, if you started, did anybody here sell pagers back in the day? Did you sell pagers back in the day? Well, what happened after the cell phones really started to get hot? If you kept selling pagers, you realize real quick, I don't know what year it was, I can't remember, maybe early 2000s, maybe I can't remember. But if you were still selling pagers, you were realizing real quick, nobody wants this anymore. Okay, I can give you another example. How about when the iPhone came out in 2007 and everybody had all those Blackberries, right? Yeah. All these Blackberries went obsolete quick. Because remember, you guys remember maybe I'm dating myself too old here, but Blackberries was the boom. It was the phone to have back in the day, especially if you were in business. You had the little keyboard Blackberry, and you got the latest and greatest Blackberry, and everybody loved the Blackberry with the little stylus and the little keyboard, and everybody got. I mean, it had the little. Remember, it had the little scroller thing in the middle. Oh, yeah. Scroll. I mean, everybody thought that was amazing. And BlackBerry was exploding as a business because everybody wanted it. The demand was high, right? But what happened to demand? iPhone came and said, you no longer will exist. Bye. And that's what happened. So if you were selling Blackberries then, you ran into an issue where demand went away completely. I mean, obsolete, right? So that's the thing. This has an increasing high demand over the last 3 years. Over 200% increased demand. So you're going to jump in. If you jump into this where demand is not at its peak, it's actually nowhere close to the peak. It just made a turn to go up. It just made a turn. Okay. So you're able to get in something that's got a high demand. All right. Let's do another what if. Everybody okay? Everybody with me? Seatbelt in. Yep. How do you drive? Do you drive with a seatbelt on or a seatbelt off? Do you drive with your head out the window? You drive with your head in the window and your feet up? How do you do it? All right, let's go into the next one. What if solving major problems that people are willing to pay big money? What if you could offer something that solves major problems that people are willing to pay big money for? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully the screen didn't freeze. Okay. What if you could offer something that solves major problems that people are willing to pay big money for? What if you could do that? Would you love that or what? Okay. All right. If you don't say yes, check your pulse. Make sure you're alive still, because that's exactly what you should be saying. Yes, of course. Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's an amazing thing. What's amazing about this slide versus last slide is that if you have high demand and they're willing to pay good money for it, you're in the right, it's timing. You're in the right time. Okay. That's the time to jump in. Okay. Next one. What if this solution solves businesses' number one problem? Number one problem. Let me ask you guys that are in the chat. How many people know what is business's number one problem? Can anyone guess what it is? If you're in business, you probably already know it. But if you're in business, what is the number one problem? And by the way, I'll even add a caveat. What's a problem businesses will always have and never go away?
I'd say cash flow, maybe.
That is the result of this problem.
Oh, okay.
Somebody tell me in the chat, what is business's number one problem? I'm running out of time here. We're getting down to the last minute. Tell me in the chat. Anybody know? Anybody want to take a guess? All right. I'll tell you in case you don't know. You guys know this. You just didn't think about it. Maybe you didn't put the words in there. But I will tell you this. The number one problem businesses have is the lack of leads or customers, right? So if you ain't got customers, you ain't got leads, you have no business. And you have no business being in business if you don't figure that out or solve that problem. If you have more leads predictably coming in, you might have other problems, but at least you have the main problem solved. Can I get an amen? Come on.
For sure. Amen.
Yeah. So this is going to solve the number one problem that businesses have. And guess what? It's going to be a problem solved for the eternity, because here's the deal. Businesses will always have this problem, ongoing, challenging, and having more leads is the problem. This solution that we're going to be talking about, if you could sell that and it was in high demand and a lot of people pay for it and it solves the number one problem, that would be amazing. Another one if. What if you didn't need to learn any new technology, any new tech? What if you could offer, let's go back, okay? Go back to this. What if you could offer a product that's guaranteed to work, offer a product that's high in demand, offer a product that solves major problems that people are willing to pay big money for, and offer a problem that solves the business's number one problem, and you didn't need to learn any new tech? Somebody give me a one of those muscle arm emojis. That's strong, man. That's strong. Okay. What if you could offer this solution, these tools, and you didn't even need to learn any new tech to do that? The learning curve, guess what the learning curve is? There is none. All right? There's no learning curve because you don't need to learn any new tech to do this. What if you could make a full-time pay in a day's worth of work? And I know some of you might be saying this, too good to be true, too good to be true. If you're not thinking this is too good to be true, then you're probably not even paying attention, right? Because it does sound like it's too good to be true. And I'll show you how it's not too good to be true. It's actually more possible than ever. And we're living in a time that's very rare. We've never seen what's happening. And this is the time you can jump in and get in this, right? So let's go back again, right? What if you could offer a product that is guaranteed to work, high in demand, solves problems and are willing to pay big money for, solves the number one problem of businesses that they will always have, and also you don't need to learn tech to do it, and you can make a full-time pay in a day's worth of work? My friend, Strategy Joe, how does that sound so far?
Sign me up, brother. I need leads in my business.
There you go. Okay. So here we are. The biggest sales opportunity in 2026. Actually, it's already started, but we're going to talk about 2026. Here we are. What if you could make a full-time pay in a day's worth of work? What if the average person offering these same solutions makes $2,000 to $5,000 per week? Okay. Now, obviously, that's someone who's more involved, more full-time, right? This is going to vary based on your time commitment, your time, your input, and how much effort you want to make or put into this, right? It's going to vary. But I can tell you this, it doesn't take a lot of effort to make $2,000 to $5,000 per week if you want to do that, right? You can do that, okay? Now, going back again, what if You could offer a product, a solution that's guaranteed to work, high in demand, solving problems people want to pay big money for, solves the number one business problem, and you don't have to learn any new tech. You can make a day's pay, a full-time pay in a day's worth of work, and the average person makes 2 to 5K. And all you have to do is introduce businesses to the solution. All you have to do is introduce businesses to the solution. What if that's all it took? Introductions, right? By the way, guys, if you're in sales is really just an introduction to a solution. That's all it is, right? And helping them make that decision, right? That's all it is. So now I will say this. I'm going to stop on this slide for a minute. There is more levels that you can get involved here than just introductions, right? If you want to call it prospecting, right? You can become a closer. You can become someone who sells it on a more frequent basis based on your production results. But if all you wanted to do is just do introductions, set up meetings, schedule meetings, introduce the solution to the business owners that you're talking to, you can do that and still make great money, and you can be on track to make, like I said, $2,000 to $5,000 a week. And what if AI made it easier to sell because it did a ton of the selling for you? That's what it's supposed to say. What if AI helped you sell more of this? So now you not only have to just introduce people or business owners to the solution, but you also can use AI to help you do more selling. That's pretty amazing, right? So let's go back to the beginning, right? What if you could offer a solution or a product that's guaranteed to work? What if it was in high demand? What if it solves a problem that people are willing to pay big money for? What if it solves the number one business problem businesses will always have? What if you didn't need to learn any new tech? What if you didn't have to? What if you could make full-time pay in a day's worth of work? And what if the average person offering these solutions make 2 to 5,000? And what if all you had to do is introduce the businesses to the solution? And what if AI helped you do it? Man, come on now. It's a great opportunity.
Yeah, man.
So what is it? It's AI solutions to businesses. Simple as that. We're going to offer, and we are offering AI solutions to businesses, and they are loving it because they need it, right? The number one problem all businesses have and will always have is the lack of leads or more leads or a system that helps them get leads. The other problem that's closely related to the lack of leads is converting more leads into customers. And AI solves both of those problems at a fraction of the cost. And what did I tell you guys in the beginning? I implemented these AI solutions in my own business, and it did 3 things for me. It saved me time, it saved me money, and it made me money. Okay, I'll give you an example. Right now in my business, we have service calls that come in from our customers who have different service needs, service issues, challenges, and our phone will be, they will call our phone number and they will push number 2, 1 for sales, number 2 for service. And because we have a ton of customers, we have service calls. And those service calls, when they hit number 2, they're expecting to speak to someone about their service issue. That service issue is described, and then right after that, the next step is to schedule a service technician to come out and try to solve the problem. Okay, so what we did is we actually created an AI agent to take all those service calls. Okay. And in the month, over the summertime, from summertime to October, we had 86 service calls. 86. And I created an AI agent, a solution just like we're talking about. It took all those calls and it scheduled them and even gave them advice on how to resolve it themselves, if that was an option. And it scheduled it, made the appointment, told them our process, told them when to expect us to call and come out, and our whole entire start to finish. So it did that. It took 86 service calls during that span. And I calculated how much that would cost me if I had a human doing that. It saved me more than $10,000. It saved me a ton of time. It actually made me money. Here's how it made me money. Because some of those people were impressed the customers we had, and they were actually wanting to refer people to us at that point. Hey, you got to call that company. They have AI helping them. And it helped me, and I was surprised. I was actually really shocked how good and quality it was. That's what they said. And they referred people to us. So it made us money. Okay? So we have solutions just like that. So this is solutions that actually are being used and have been offered and sold to other companies, including my own. And actually, we see the results. This is not theory. We're actually using these tools right now as we speak. And literally, we're seeing the results of it. I mean, we're talking everything from setting appointments, lead nurturing. We're talking about to generating leads. We're talking about following up, email, text message, making phone calls, taking phone calls, sending out voicemail blasts. You name it, it really can do a lot. A task, right? It'll send you texts of the things you got to do today, at the beginning of the morning. It will create the meeting notes of meetings that you have. If you want it to do pretty much anything task-oriented, especially when it comes to leads and sales, conversions, appointments, I mean, we even have some of our AI solution. They'll literally give a quote over the phone and email. They will literally take a payment if someone's trying to call to pay us, which is obviously big. So you're talking a lot of solutions that take care of all the things. Now, some of you guys might be afraid that it's going to replace people, and it will replace some jobs. But I'm more of an advocate of the fact that it's an enhancement, not a replacement. It's an enhancement, not a replacement. It will replace some people, but here's what those people will do. They'll now move into other roles, or should, because now there's other needs that are bigger and more significant. So I'm not of the thinking that people will be jobless. I'm of the thinking that people will have different, more significant roles. And I think that's true if you understand how to utilize technology in the right way. And AI is technology that we can utilize. All right, so I'm going to go back real quick to the beginning so you guys can get this real quick for those who might be jumping on right now. Biggest opportunity in 2026. What ifs? What if you could offer a product and solution that you could guarantee to work? What if the demand was high, even 200% over the last 3 years? It's gone up. What if it could solve major problems that people are willing to pay major money for? What if it solved the number one business problem? What if you didn't even need to learn new tech? What if you can make full-time pay in a day's worth of work? What if the average person offering these solutions can make $2,000 to $5,000 per week? And what if all you had to do is introduce the businesses to the solution? And what if you could use AI to actually sell AI, which you can, and offer AI solutions to businesses? Now, you can wave at me or put it in the chat. All of you know people who own businesses. You may own businesses. Everyone knows 5 plus people, or knows people who own businesses. Entrepreneurship is at an all-time high. Since 2020, it's gone up by 50% each and every year since 2020. It has skyrocketed. It used to be about 10 to 12% increased new entrepreneurs every year. It went from 10 to 12% 2020 because of the pandemic. Everybody had to make their own money in their own way. All of a sudden, entrepreneurship exploded and has been on the same track and trend since. So more people are entrepreneurs than ever before right now. And that means more people need these tools. More people need this, right? You can use these tools and stay a solo entrepreneur if you want to. You're like a one-man team that takes care of a lot of money, a lot of customers that make you a lot of money. You can actually use these tools if you have a big team. You can use these tools if you make 100 million or if you make only 1 million. You can use these tools if you make 50,000 or if you make 50 million. It doesn't matter. These tools can be used. It can take on big projects, small projects, a little bit of people, a little bit of sales, a little bit of leads, or big ones, right? There's really no limit or cap. And you, my friend, the ones that are watching this, can offer these solutions to all kinds of different businesses, okay? So there's really no type of business it can't help. I'll tell you that, okay? So let's go to the next slide. This will create more leads and convert more leads. This is where we're going to kind of specialize, guys, because people in their businesses can always use more leads. Name one time in history that a business existed that they didn't need more leads.
Like never.
Okay. So can you guys predict the future? There's never going to be a time in the future that businesses won't need more leads. If you can help people get more leads, you will always forever have a way to make money. And guess what? Maybe you don't know how to create leads. Maybe you're not that a lead generator. Well, guess what? AI can help you do that. AI can help you solve that problem for businesses, and you can get paid doing it. All right. And then it also helps convert leads. So if you have old leads or new leads and you need help converting those leads, like creating appointments, following up, seeing if they're still interested, seeing if they actually want to move forward, seeing if they need a quote sent to them, any of those things, making calls, sending texts, emails, etc., it can do all that. So if you have a database, or you know businesses that have a database of 500 people, 50 people, 1,000 people, 50,000 people, it can go through that database very rapidly, by the way, and go through and follow up and start talking to people, interacting with people, text message, email, phone calls, etc. And it will bring the people in that database that are actually looking still to make a decision to move forward. And all you have to do is just respond to those instead of going through each one yourself. So what will it do? The three things it will do for businesses, like it did for me: save time, save money, and make money. All right. Because if you implemented the same type of people to go through your database, they might even be really good at doing that, but they get tired, right? They got to clock out. They can't answer the phone all the time. They can't make calls or text messages. AI doesn't get tired. AI doesn't say the dog ate the homework. AI doesn't say I just got in a fight with my girlfriend. AI doesn't take a day off for sick. AI doesn't say I'm not going to work until you give me a raise and march outside in front of the business. AI doesn't do none of that. AI doesn't even talk back. AI doesn't even try to do something different other than what you tell it to do. And it will not stop. It will keep going. That's the beautiful part about AI, right? So you can use that for your business or people you know that own businesses, and it will literally bridge the gap. It's so efficient. Okay. Is it perfect? Of course not. But it's so efficient and makes up for any errors or any mishaps it may have. It'll bridge the gap. You'll have an edge. Okay. It'll allow you to do things you couldn't do unless you had a team or a big infrastructure. And even if you do have a big team and infrastructure, it'll help bridge the gap and fill the gap of those anyways. So it'll help create more leads and create more conversions. We have created a company called Exodus Business, and this is where we're doing everything AI, helping businesses grow. Okay. We have a training tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Okay. This training is going to go over how you can become an AI business consultant and literally make great commissions, like $2,000 to $5,000 a week, if that's what you want. You can get trained on how to do it from start to finish on your own pace. We will go through the training tomorrow night. It does not cost anything for you to sign up for the training. And guess what, guys? It doesn't cost anything for you to become a rep as well, or a business consultant. Now, we will have some options that you can upgrade to if you like. But if you're thinking that this is an MLM where we're trying to get you to sign up for something that you pay for, there is absolutely none of that, right? All you have to do is decide, hey, I want this. This is how I'm going to get in. Maybe you don't have no money. Maybe you need to make some extra money. Maybe you want to use this as a career move. However you want to do it, this is going to be an opportunity. Now, I will say this. We have the training, but we're only looking for action takers, okay? So if you think you're going to sit in the back and eat the donuts and just watch and see what's going on, we're not looking for you. We're looking for those who want to take action. So if you're an action taker and you see the opportunity that I've shared with you, and I'm already over my time, 9 minutes, I will send you the link. We're going to put the link in the chat, okay? And Joe is the guy that you're going to be able to work with in this to help you, okay? Joe, are you excited about helping these people or what? What's going on?
Well, you know what, man, and this isn't like fakey corny, but I got to put my cap on to keep my mind from blowing out of my head. And I'll just say a few words here. First of all, thank you so much. So as most of you know, I managed call centers around the world for 10 years. I dealt with lead brokers on a daily basis. And really, 9 out of 10 data list lead brokers are just BS. I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars basically on nothing, and I wish this would have been around then. All also quickly say that I was in pharmacy consulting for 7 years, working with a bunch of independent pharmacies across the United States. So when you're talking, Frank, I was thinking, oh my God, I can go back and call that database because they would love. They're going out of the independent pharmacies, and this is an idea for anybody who wants to prospect. I don't own the market. They're going out of business off the box chains, and they're looking for a way to increase cash flow in their bottom line. And this is it, because what can this do? This can maybe take a prescription, order from a doctor. Maybe it can sell a white labeled supplement that the pharmacy is marketing. Maybe it can get a message to the pharmacist. And my mind is just racing on this. And the applications are endless. So again, thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to the training tomorrow night. And I, for one, am willing to devote a big part of my schedule just to do this, because I've been around the block, guys, and I recognize a good opportunity when I see it.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity. It's a big opportunity. And whether you want to take a small slice or a big slice, it's all there for the taking, whatever your appetite is. Now, obviously, we're looking again for action takers, so don't waste your time. We have some filters in place for those who don't want to take action. We're not looking for people who just want to come watch. We're looking for people who want to take action. And listen, if you're looking for an opportunity that doesn't take a ton of effort, now, obviously, you got to put some work in. You got to jump in and know exactly how to reach out to people and what to say and things like that. And even if you already know what to say, or even if you suck at sales, this actually can still help you. You can still help yourself. Maybe you own a business, you can implement it for yourself. And also it can help you connect with others. So I would tell you, look, tomorrow's the training at 8 p.m. Eastern. Sign up. It's free. We are looking to train people who want to become AI business consultants. If you want to become AI business consultants, where you're offering AI solutions to people and making great commissions, 50%. I mean, our sign-up fees can be anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000. You sign up one person, you make $2,500. Plus, just so you know, and I'll give you this as a teaser, there's also recurring commissions, right? So as they pay monthly, you get a commission off of that as well. We'll get into more of that tomorrow night. People are already making $2,000 to $5,000 a week now by literally just introducing businesses to these AI solutions. And we are seeing the rapid growth. And we've had people leave their current sales organizations to jump over into this. And listen, guys, everybody wants to trust but verify. We get it. We want to trust and verify. So here's your first step to trust and verify. Come to the training tomorrow night at 8 p.m. We are not going to be selling you anything. There is some upgrade options that you can utilize and you can pay for. But if you absolutely want to dive in and just get started with no money out of your pocket and just your time invested, that will be available to you, okay? Just to be full transparent up front with you. If you want some extra tools and some faster pass, what we call fast pass to success, there is some options that you can upgrade to. But other than that, you can start, you can join, you can get in, you can be certified, you can become an AI business consultant with zero out of your pocket, zero down, zero nothing, no money, we're not going to be doing that. This is not an MLM. Now, there is some opportunities to make money on the team that you build, but it's not an MLM. This is a sales opportunity to join a company that we're building, and we're building rapidly. Here's why: because demand is high. Demand is high. Why is demand high? Because one, it's AI. Everybody's like really intrigued by it right now. And two, it's solving some of the major problems in businesses. We talked about it. The number one problem is the lack of leads, or the lack of consistent leads. And when you can implement AI into a business or a system that uses AI, it solves that problem. And it does it more efficiently than what we can by being just, doing what we normally do, right? So tomorrow night, I put the link, Joe, in the chat. I put it all over the pages. It's sellaisolutions.com/strategy Joe. Click on that link. Just sign up for the training. I already see people have signed up already. We got some notifications coming through. Joe, you'll see those here in a minute. And it's going to be amazing. We want to see you guys tomorrow night at 8 p.m. It's going to be a deep dive in the opportunity so you can see how it works, how you can join, what it looks like, how much it pays you. We'll have a Q&A at the end, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. I'm excited, Joe. How about you?
Oh man, I'm usually not at a loss for words, but I am tonight. There is one thing though. So as soon as they hit the link, obviously, you got their email then because they signed up, and then they'll receive an email invite or they'll receive a text invite. How does that work?
Yeah, so they'll get a text invite. They'll get an email invite as well. Let me see. I can even quickly share my screen and show you if you guys want to. Let's see what we got here. Where's it at? I got it in here somewhere. One of these windows. Where is it at? Anyways, let me go right here. Here it is. Sell AI. This is it, right? So this is the page that you go to, guys, and you can see here it just has a little pop-up, okay? And that's what you'd fill out. Sell AI solutions. Learn how to sell AI solutions. You can go through this page, read some of the stuff, read some of the quotes, see some of the steps. At the end of the day, you just click here. There's going to be no paywall that you have to pay anything. You put in here who referred you. You put Strategy Joe. This is already Strategy Joe's page, so you don't have to worry about it if you don't want to. Just put in your name, your information. It's going to send you the invite to the training tomorrow night. Go on the page, join us at 8 p.m. tomorrow night, and learn how you can become an AI business consultant. AI business consultant, you can make easily six figures in a very quick period of time. You can make recurring money. And guess what recurring money means? You don't have to start off over at zero every month. You literally can have money coming to you that you built up through the pipeline and through the customers who are continuing to pay. And trust me, they're going to want to continue to pay. They already are, because it's a system they can't live without. They can't have that part of their system, especially if it's providing the lifeline to their business, right? The lead flow. It's going to be something they're going to easily want to pay. And guess what, guys? Here's another thing. And I look at all this stuff. The ROI, if you don't know what ROI means, the return on investment, is easy to comprehend for a fifth grader. So a lot of times some people will sell something that the ROI is like iffy, confusion, or maybe not even really there. Okay. The ROI is here and it's clear as day. It's easy for anyone to comprehend. If it's easier for you to comprehend, you'll be able to translate that to the customer. They'll be able to easily see that. It's going to save time, save money, and make money. The ROI is there. The money in versus the money they get back out will be greater, okay? 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 times what they invest to have these solutions in their business. And you're going to be able to make commissions off of that, easily connecting two together, right? Huge opportunity, guys. Simple opportunity, very scalable opportunity. If you wanted to create yourself $1 million over the next 12 months, you could do this. I literally can give you the math. I can show you the strategy. We'll be doing that. If you want to make a couple extra $1,000 a month, you can do that. If you want to work very part-time, you can do that. If you want to build a team, you can do that. If you want to work with businesses that help transform their business to grow and begin to build a stockpile of customers that are in business, you can do that. So this opportunity is here, guys. So I'm going to end my rant here because I'm already over my time. But we look forward to having all of you guys tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Joe, we look forward to having you as well. Thank you for letting me come on and share this opportunity with everybody.
Many, many thanks, Frank. And we'll see everybody here tomorrow night.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
All right. Thank you, Frank.